My wrist just popped. Hello everyone, today we are going to be doing a stretching routine. I'm just going to give you guys a bunch of ideas and stretches that I do because I know a lot of people have asked for a bunch of stretches and I have a lot of ideas. I know that when you're working out, you definitely want to stretch to keep your body mobile. Is it mobile, Mom, or mobile? Mobile? Your body will get stiff, so you want to be able to keep moving and get that full range of motion. So we are going to be starting with some hip stretches. What I like to do is you just take a lunge, you step your front foot out, and whenever you stretch, you want to make sure that, see how my foot is in? Make sure to take a giant step out, and then just push your hips forward. You can keep your chest up for a little bit if you want. Then you can always come down and kind of twist to the side. Also, you can always put your elbows down until it's like a yoga pose and push your knee up. I like to hold each stretch for about 30 seconds, so I'll do about 30 seconds here, 30 seconds down. Then you can do straight legs, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna lean back. I like to flex my foot and then make sure to keep your body and chest flat. You don't wanna round. Make sure you're really flat and lean forward as far as you can. And to stretch, you should feel the stretch in your whole hamstring and then the back. And then hold. Good, and come up. Like I said, I like to do about 30 seconds, but for the sake of this video, I'm just showing you a bunch of different exercises. From there, you can twist and hold to the side. When I do this stretch, you wanna make sure that your knee doesn't come in. You want to hold it out, and then I like to take my elbow and then pull it back, and then you would hold for here. Then you can switch over to the other side, so go back and forth, back and forth, and back. Oh yeah, this one feels really good. And then from here, what I like to do is hold this, and then you take your hip and you rotate it in, and then you rotate it back out, and in and out. Making sure to keep this elbow pushing your knee backwards, because like I said, you don't want your knee to be turning in. Try to get this knee all the way out and then this knee up to the sky. And yep, so you go in and out like that, and then you can rotate and then do the other side. So stretch out, make sure that this foot is in front, and then do the down, and you can lift up. And then always lean back all the way, making sure to keep a flat back. Good. And then I would just rotate again. So that is one section for hips that I like to do. So lunges and then turning to the side. Then from here, we can always do a pike stretch. So reach up and fold over. Same thing with the back. You don't want to be round. You're not going to get as much of a hamstring stretch. So always keep lifted, keep tall, and then fold over from there and pull yourself down. Then when you get all the way down, you can kind of round a little. Then what you're gonna do is flex your feet and pull them up. When you flex your feet, you're always gonna feel it in your hamstrings more. And try to keep your legs straight. So try not to let your legs bend. You wanna keep them straight and fold. Good. You can always put your feet up on a surface too, and pike as well. Okay, moving on to some more other hip exercises. You're gonna lay down on your back, and then you can just pull that leg in. Oh, this one feels good. You can always circle your ankle while you're here. Good. Next, you can take your foot up, pull it in, and push your knee down to the ground. So I'll show you from the other side too. What it looks like is this. You're gonna pull your knee in, then you're gonna lift it up, grab it, and then push your knee down to the ground like this. And if you can't grab your foot, or if you're not like flexible enough to grab it, just sit up and then pull it from here and push it down. And flexibility comes with a lot of time and work, so just remember that. Now if you can, make it straight. I know a lot of people will be right here. That's totally fine. And then when you get better, it just keeps on coming. And then you can just pull it. Yep. So I like to do some where I turn my foot out when I turn out, I'm not as flexible. Yeah, so turn your leg out and pull it, and then you can keep it straight and pull it. So those are some other good exercises with the hips. You can always do it to the side too, so pull your knee to the side and pull it up and hold it to your head. I know, again, most people aren't as flexible. Don't stress out, it's fine. Always just do what you can. When you are stretching, you never want to stretch too hard that you start to like tear your muscles, because then they'll come back tighter. So make sure to ease into your stretches. Don't try to rip your legs off, okay? I'm not here to tell you guys to rip your legs off. The next stretch we are gonna do is called a froggy. So what you do is you go basically onto your hands and knees. You're gonna take your legs out like this, and then you just slide as far as you can go, pulling your knees out, and then coming down like this. I will show you from the side too. So you never want to be too far back or too far forward. You kind of want to be right in the middle, and then try to round your back. There you go. You can always do it with straight legs too, which is called a middle split. You can do splits like this, and then we will come up. Now I'll show you the next thing. So what we're gonna do is just take a stretch to the side. This is gonna stretch out those obliques. Oh, I love this stretch. Then you can go to the other side. Good. And then reach up, twist your body, and then you can twist to putting your stomach on your leg. Yeah, and then always do the other side. Always make sure to do both sides. And then reach in the middle as far as you can go. So all you do is just crawl your hands out, and then you keep on sliding as far as you can go, and then come up. My mat is unfolding. Good. And then you can do butterfly. This is another good stretch. My hip has been hurting really, really bad lately, so I cannot go that far in this stretch right now. And then you can always put your face down. Woo, man, my hip. Good. Next we're gonna do what is called a pigeon. So you're gonna take one foot and stretch it forward in a straight, like in a 90-degree angle basically. And you're gonna take your back leg, straighten it out, and hold. You can also pull your foot in if you need, and then stretch on forward. And then from here, I have a challenge. You're gonna take your arm, circle it around, and try to pull your back leg up. This one feels really, really good for my hips. And then you would do that also on the other side. And then one more stretch. You're gonna take your knee, fold it over like this, and cross. As you can see, my hips are super tight. So that's that. And then you can stretch forward. Whoa, man. Another thing you can do is put your knees together instead. So I like to try to just cross my knees on top of each other and then stretch forward. And then you can always go to one side and then the other side. Then you can take one arm, cross it over the top of you, and hold. And then do the other side. And then always be sure to switch your legs and cross again. Good. And then you would do the same thing. So reach forward to the side, other side, over. Ooh, this one feels really good to my hip. And switch. Good. So those are some leg exercises. All right, moving on to the arms. What I like to do is go on your knees and then stretch back, and then try to pull your ribs in for this shoulder stretch so you can really stretch your armpits, and try to push those arms all the way to the ground. Good. And then you can always take one arm under and hold and switch. Just a reminder, I do about 30 seconds each. Sometimes I'll go back and do another 30 seconds. Then you can come up and hold a seal. Oh, I don't know if you guys just heard that pop, but my back popped and it felt really good. And then come up to the side. I know I just said we're doing arms, but we're just going with this. These are just all really good stretches that you should do whenever you have the time. And then you would roll and switch to the other. Really try to like not sink in your shoulder, so you want to pull up. Good. You should feel the stretch right in here. Coming back. What's really good is taking your arms and just crossing them over. I like to stretch my arms like this whenever I just did a lifting session. Like, my arms will get tight. So just crossing them over and behind is great. Try to have really good posture when you do this too. You don't want to be like slouching, because I don't feel the stretch if I'm leaning forward. You want to try to lift up tall as much as you can. And then switch. And bring it down. All right, I don't have a stretchy band with me at the moment, but I have a jump rope and it works just as well. The stretchy band just gives me a little more movement for stretching my arms. But what you're gonna do is you're gonna take your hands, put them on the band as far as you need. So some people might need to go really wide, or some people will go closer, depending on your shoulder flexibility. And you just go around and then back over. Whoa, my shoulders are tight. And around and over. I like to do these as my warm-up before I'm lifting, just to get my shoulders loose. I do anywhere from 10 to 15 of these right before I'm doing my arm sessions. Good. That one is amazing. You can also always just do arm circles before you work out, or just little ones, crisscrossing and twisting. Any type of just getting loose is awesome. I have one more shoulder stretch that I'm showing you guys for today. So what you're gonna do is sit down and you're gonna take your arms and stretch them back. My elbows hyperextend really bad and it hurts them. As you can see, it's like my elbows literally, they hyperextend a lot. So if you're like me, I would put my elbows on a steady surface like this and then push down from here. Man, this feels good. And then you can always do, or I'll show you from here, take your hands, put them flat on the ground this way, fingers towards your toes, and then pull them back and stretch those shoulders this way. I'm also very tight this way. Good. You can scoot your butt out if you need. And then you can always do it on a surface as well, a higher surface. So you would come up and just try to get your butt down to the ground. And breathe. Always make sure to breathe in your stretches. You do not want to hold your breath. So think about controlling your breathing while you're stretching. And like I said, if you guys hold your breath, you're gonna get tight and stiff. So just relax, take deep breaths, and let yourself just go. Stay calm when you're stretching, and please don't forget to stretch every day. These are just some exercises. I will come back with more later. Let me know if you guys also want me to do like in time stretching, where I stretch with you with a class.